Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. It's the Love Tarot this time, full Celtic cross spread about your love life, what's going on at the moment. Now, I've made 3 readings here, the crystal, the flower, and the shell. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it is good. And each one of them has got a deeper dive, so an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, or could be a story, you might want to get that, because I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from your Celtic cross spread in that. I'll also be getting cards out from these decks on the back shelves here to give you more clarity. I'll be getting a timing card out for you as well, of what's coming in. And so if you're interested in that, toward the end of each of these readings, I'll be popping a link for the extended reading up there. You can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And that's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your readings. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one do you want? Would you like the crystal? This is an Amazonite crystal. Would you like the flower? With the Light Seers Tarot deck there? Or the shell? And that's with the Muse Tarot. And that first deck with the crystal was the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me. Enjoy your reading. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal along with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this is your reading. Let's get into a full Celtic cross love spread for you guys and see what's going on in your love life at the moment. Now, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. And so if you find that this is your reading, could be your reading, then you might want to get that, because in that I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic cross spread. And I will also be getting cards out from these love decks at the back here as well. And so for more guidance and stuff like that on the situation. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up here. There's a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So what's this reading all about? Let's get right into it. For you crystals, about justice. Okay, so this is about your karma. This is about fate. This is about what is meant for you in your life. Pretty cool reading. I think this one's going to be with the justice card coming out first. Who is meant for you, crystals? Let's find out. I'm getting a worthiness here. What is it that you truly deserve, and what is ahead of you on your life path? Now, the universe, I know from doing readings for many, many years, our higher selves in the universe, and all of our guides and all of that, they want us to have what's right for us, and they can see our potential and what's in our future. What they don't want us to do is get stuck on the wrong path, to get stuck in things that aren't aligned with other paths that we've got as well. So this isn't just about your love life, this is about other stuff too. So if you being with a certain kind of person could have been kind of right for you at the moment, or in the last 10 years, say, for whatever it was stage you were going through then, what you've got ahead of you in 10, 20 years time, it might not be right for that person kind of thing, or it might be very difficult for you to get yourself there and into those things with that person. It's very important who we hang around with, who we share our energy with, because we're vibrational beings, and that means that we try and get in tune on a vibrational level. I'm talking like impulses and stuff, heartbeats. I'm talking about brain waves. You can see it. I used to be a neurotherapist, put people on EEG machines with those sensors on the head, and you can see the EEG patterns. Sit them next to each other, the patterns getting in line with each other. Or if one person is like in high beta mode, so they're a little bit panicked, anxious, the other person's going to get anxious too. That's what happens, right? And so be very careful. Be very careful who you hang around, because they are affecting you vibrationally. And that's not just law of attraction, woo-woo talk. It's actually happening. You can monitor it. If you get some of those biofeedback tools, you'll be able to see it. See it happening. Who raises your blood pressure? Who puts your heart rate up? Who puts you into a higher beta mode, which is more like a panic mode in your brain? You can find these things out, or you can just tune into yourself and you can feel it. So be careful who you are around. The universe knows that not that someone's right for you. We've got many different stages in our lives, right? Especially if we're growing as much as you guys. I know you guys that are watching me are growing a lot. You've been through all kinds of things in your life, and it's like we're living so many lifetimes in one. If you look back, like in history, people used to live to like 45 years old or something like that. They used to have one relationship and one job. We don't do that anymore. Oh no, we live like 100. And I'm sure for us guys it's going to be even older as well. And no, we have many relationships, we have many lifetimes, many working things, and you might feel that in yourself. It's like, I feel like a totally different person than my 20s. So different, right? And so the universe knows this. And who's right for us at particular stages in the way of when we're learning things isn't necessarily who's right for us in the upcoming future chapters of your life, which your higher self and your guides know about. They know about that. So who's fated for you? Well, what's holding you back in this? So yeah, like I said, I was getting a worthiness thing from this, so you might not necessarily know who's best for you. Okay. What is crossing you in this is the Three of Pentacles card. This is your plans. So your plans from your, I don't want to call it lower self, because I don't want to put us down like that, or even call us a muggle self. You know, your 3D self. Your plans are what are holding you back. So this is your higher self and the universe saying your plans aren't exactly aligned with the universe's plans for you. You haven't, you're not on the same page. I call it alignment. You know, when you're on the same page as your higher self, I feel it. I feel it like full body tingles. I get a Kundalini energy when I'm in alignment, and when something is spot on and right, you know. And you can tell when you're not in alignment as well. I mean, that's the extreme, you know, if I've just like come up with a new idea or something like that and I get the full body tingles, usually I'm just feeling good. When you're out of alignment, you're not. You feel cranky. You're like, you know, it's difficult and it doesn't make you feel good. So we get all kinds of feedback. So your plans, what you've been trying to manifest, isn't in line with what the universe knows where you're headed, your fate kind of thing. So let's find out about that. How do things appear on the surface of it? Six of Pentacles. Well, it appears like you've found reciprocation, but have you? Is it a true match to you? Six of Pentacles is a card of reciprocation. You think you found someone on your level, someone that can reciprocate. Can they? Are they truly reciprocal, or do you still offer way more than they do? Or, you know, once you're in a relationship, have you still got way more to offer? I don't know. Let's see. What's really behind that? Nine of Swords. Okay. So these plans that you've got, Nine of Swords is the card of anxiety. It's trouble. It's not feeling good. Okay. The person that you're planning on, crystals, here, your best laid plans, what you want in your life. So say you've been trying to manifest, I want to be in long-term relationship within a year, say, or by a certain age, and I want to do this and this and that and have so many children, or whatever it is. And you're like, okay, well, I've met this person. They seem in line with that plan. It seems like it's reciprocal. They've got something to offer me. Now, they might have more to offer than people in your past have had to offer. But what's really behind that is Nine of Swords and anxiety. So this is either they appear to offer reciprocation, as they have so many times in the past, haven't they? You get into a relationship with them and then you realize they're not reciprocal. I have to give more than them. I've got more to offer than them. And yeah, it's just been a big burden to me and a headache to me. Nine of Swords, the headache energy, the anxiety, stress, you know. It just becomes stressy. It's either that situation, or Six of Pentacles is the reciprocation energy. And the Nine of Swords is you are overlooking, because your anxiety, or because you're anxious to have your plans come true, let's put it that way, or your anxiety of being alone or something like that, or being deemed as something being wrong with you because you can't get into a relationship, whatever it is, whatever your like general concerns are about your love life, that is causing you to see reciprocation where it's not truly at your level. In other words, it's causing you to settle for less than you are. Now, this reading is about your justice, so your higher self is not going to let you do that kind of stuff. It's going to keep on blocking your way until you realize just how much you deserve. And you might be going, I'm trying, I keep on raising my level, but I never seem to get there. It's like that constant carrot dangling in front of your nose. The universe constantly saying, no, still they're not good enough. It's like, well, for the love of God, universe, put someone in front of me that is. It's like, you can't do that until you've got the right vibration, until you realize it yourself. You're not even going to see them, even if we put them right in front of your face. So, recent past energies. Recent past. What's the recent past energies for crystals? A Knight of Cups and Judgment. Wow. So you have been making better choices, this Judgment card is saying. You've been more discerning, especially around Knight of Cups. Now, Knight of Cups in this one, you see how she's playing the heart there? This is more like a player kind of an energy in this deck to me. So people have been coming in with love offers, and I put them in air quotes there because love is all different kinds of things, and the Knight of Cups, especially that player kind of an energy, it could be just a sex offer, really. Let's face it, there's no love about it at all. It's an offer of something, but I wouldn't call it love. Love offers, to me, my definition of love, there's a hell of a lot more to it than that. So in your recent past, you've been way more discerning about these offers coming in. So you've not just been going for anyone that offers whatever or anything, you know, or asks you or shows you a bit of attention. You have been way more discerning about that. So good for you. You've been learning. Good on you. What's coming in your near future? Near future. Turn this fan off because it's annoying me. Blowing my hair into my face. My fine baby hair. What is coming in Crystal's future? Wow. Ace of Pentacles. You have something really big coming in. Now, a planting of a new seed that's going to grow into something long-term, prosperous. This is a very good card for what you've got coming in. Ace of Pentacles. You've got something new coming in. It's going to be bigger. It's going to grow into something bigger than you have expected, I would say. But it's definitely something new with it being an ace. So you might not see those seeds sprouting like soon, but something is going to start off, let's put it that way. So this could be like meeting somebody, or it could be, yeah, meeting somebody is what I'm feeling. Anyway, we'll get more into it. What else is this reading about? I see. So the Five of Cups is about disappointed. Right. I see the cycle that you've been in. So, and I kind of said it before, a cycle of, I know I deserve more than this. You realize that. You have a relationship, right? And then you're like, well, that wasn't that good, was it? I deserve better than that. And then you do the inner work from that, I deserve better than that. And then you realize that you do deserve better than that. And then you go for the next level up kind of thing. Get into that, and then you're disappointed again by it. Because it's like, no, it's still not good enough for me. What's wrong with me? And it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't realized what your level is yet, you know? And so then you go through this process again of realizing your worth and all of that, and you go for even higher. So this is this period, this cycle of upgrading in relationships. But because you focus more on the feelings that you don't like in that cycle, you've got some good feelings in it because you fall in love with people and you get attracted with people and it's all exciting and all of that, but you're not focusing on that, but you're focusing on the feelings of when it doesn't work out, because you're trying to fix this. That's what we do when we have problems and issues in our life. We focus on them because we want to fix it. We don't want to have that pain anymore. So you've been focusing on the pain more in this cycle instead of focusing on the up leveling that you've been doing. Yeah, you could focus on these cycles and say, right, Claire's right. You know what? I have been up leveling each time. It's been getting better and better. I'm still not there yet, but it's getting better and better. Now, do you need to keep on getting into these relationships to up level? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you can wait. I think you can wait and do that inner work inside of yourself without getting into the relationships that disappoint you. I guess we'll have to do it along the way at some point because we get the data kind of thing from relationships, don't we, of where we're at. But I think you're probably getting into less and less relationships because you're deciding before you even get there. Do you know what I mean? You're realizing, this one isn't for me because of this. I get it now. I don't need to have a relationship with them and then get disappointed. I don't need to go through that cycle to learn. I already know that one. Like, I know that lesson. I've had that lesson already. I don't need to get into it. So what are your fears? What is this Nine of Swords all about? These fears that you've got that have you thinking that you see reciprocation when it's not really there. King of Swords, clarity. Okay. Yeah, I get this. You say, right, okay, I've been in relationships before, and I was so clear when I was getting into them. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was seeing it really clearly. I thought I was discerning right, but I still tripped up. And it's like, well, yeah, that's that whole learning along the way, the challenges along the way. And it's good that you felt clear in going into them, because that's what we want, right? We always want to enter things clearly to the level that we're at, not clearly to the level of the universe, because we're not ever going to get to that point of being able to see everything. We've got to experience it. We've got to live life and experience it, right? So you're kind of afraid of fooling yourself in a way, of feeling that clarity again, going, yeah, this is it. This is the one. This one's right for me. This is reciprocal. And then it, ended up same again, like, no, it's not. I'm disappointed again. So it's a level of kind of being sure. You've been sure before, and then it wasn't right. So perhaps your feeling of sureness, of clarity, is just, yeah, this is the best person to get the next lesson from. Maybe you need to trust the path more than thinking your plans are to your next relationship to be with the right person that you'll be with for a long-term thing. Maybe that shouldn't be your plan. Maybe you should trust the universe more. Well, if there is another lesson that I need to learn, then my feeling of clarity and being sure about someone could mean that they're just that next step. You don't have to avoid lessons. That's not why we're here. We're not here to avoid lessons. Relieve yourself from that burden. What else are you afraid of? You're afraid of the Ace of Cups, falling in love. Isn't it interesting how you're afraid of these things? Afraid of the clarity and afraid of falling in love. Because why? Because we get stupid. That's why, don't we? We get stupid when we fall in love. Yeah, so you can change your mind about the clarity. Let it just be about that, yeah, this is a right person to get in a relationship with. Whether it's for a lesson, whether it's forever, it's the right person for right now. And what are your hopes? You're hoping to have boundaries. Good for you. You're hoping to take it slowly, hoping to have boundaries, hoping to learn the lessons without falling so hard, kind of thing. You're hoping to keep your head together, get into a relationship. Yeah, you're hoping to save your heart is what I'm getting here. Being wiser on the getting into relationships so that you save your heart, and having more boundaries and standing up for yourself and all of that, especially for those of you that have been in abusive relationships in the past. We don't want any more of that, right? So what else are you hoping? The Star, for your wishes to come true, right? For healing and for your wishes to come true. That's beautiful. I like that. Well, what's the outcome? Let's get the outcome cards out. As I said, I'm going to reveal these outcome cards in the deeper dive, the extended reading. I'm going to get a few out because I want it to be like a progression, a story, the kind of path forward. Nice. That's 2. Oh, that's 3. 4. 5 or 6 I'm going to get out. 6 is the answer. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. 6 is what you've got here. 6 cards. A very interesting story is there as well. So, if you want to find out what these are, you might want to get that deeper dive. As I said, I'll be pulling cards out from all of these decks as well to give you further information and some guidance on it all. So if you're interested in that extended reading, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive it. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try it on a different device and it should do. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower and the Lightseers Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross love spread. Flowers. Now, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. So if you find that it is your story, it could be a story you might want to get back. In that, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic Cross spread. I'll also be getting cards out from these decks out back here on the shelves, the romance decks, to give you more clarity and a bit of guidance on all of that. I'll be getting a timing card out as well, if that's applicable too in your reading. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up here. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. What is your reading all about? Your reading is all about a new love. Ace of Cups, falling in love. It's also about a collaboration with someone else that is perhaps walking away from something else. So you're in love. Are you in love at the moment, flowers? I think this is saying that you're in love at the moment with someone who is planning on walking away from someone else and walking toward you. They've got plans with you. Someone that's already in love with you. Someone's in love with you and they've got plans. They need to walk away from something else first. That's what this reading is about. Someone that you're already in love with, I think. The love is already there. The being together, being able to be together, isn't already in place yet. So what is hindering flowers then? What is hindering flowers in this? What's hindering flowers in this? Deception. Right. Seven of Swords is a card of deception. Now, there's things that aren't being said here. Someone's not being upfront, yes. But this is also about self-deception as well. You know that whole roller coaster of, I believe this one day and then I don't believe it the next. I said it today. Today when I'm recording this is Monday and I've just done Psychic Cafe this morning. And I do Psychic Cafe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? But I got told about this roller coaster in there. And so they come along, I find out about twin flames and all of that, and we do that. And I'm exactly the same as this too. And we get that teaching and it's like, oh yeah, I feel better now, it's on, it's happening and all of this. There's a confirmation of it. I feel good. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, there's no Psychic Cafe show. And then we all start feeling like, oh, I'm just making this stuff up. Nothing's happening. I'm just like fooling myself and all of this. And then Wednesday morning, we do Psychic Cafe and we're like, we get the confirmation of it all and we're like, yeah, this is good. And we'll go through this cycle, and that's what I'm getting with this card with you, is that you're on this roller coaster. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, of course, all the signs are there, this is happening. And then you're in this, I'm making this stuff up. Like it's not happening, I know it's not happening, I'm making this stuff up. And so we've got two people here, because I'm getting that this is both of you, you and your person. The love is there. They're making a move to free themselves from something else. To be with you, got plans on being with you. The love is already there. You're cycling like this, through this self-deception and then being, no, it's all good, and then it's, no, it's not, I'm making it up, all of this. They're cycling through it as well. The person's cycling through it as well. When you're down and they're down, and they're probably up when you're down and whatever's going on, you think that you get the evidence that you're fooling yourself because they're suddenly all closed down and going through it too. And it's like, no, there's evidence. You know, it's like, and you're both on this roller coaster together in a way. And you'll be giving them evidence when they're not feeling good about it as well. When they think they're making it up, they're like, what the hell am I doing? Oh, I can't do this. I can't leave this person or this thing or whatever it is because they don't even like me. I'm just making it all up, way out of my league. And, you know, and then they see confirmation. You're a bit closed down because you're feeling it. And then you're both just like, in a bit of a mess. And I'm getting that this is both of you too, right? So, on your roller coasters at the moment, how do things appear on the face of it? On the face of it, Two of Pentacles, like someone hasn't made a decision and they're still weighing it up, they still haven't decided yet. Now, is that you? Because it feels to me like you've made your decision. Sure, you might get doubtful along the way, but it feels like you've made your decision. You're doubting that they've made a decision. What? Because you're not seeing evidence of them walking away yet? You are. I've just told you are seeing evidence of them walking away. They're in the process of walking away from something. You have seen evidence of that, so don't tell yourself you haven't seen evidence of that. Anyway, you're there believing that it's all up in the air. They haven't decided. The reason they're not coming towards you at the moment is because they haven't decided. Well, that's not true. They've decided. More than decided, they've made a plan of escape kind of thing, and a plan to be with you, and they're doing it. Slowly, yes. What's really behind that? Two of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. I am expecting to come out now. What's behind this Two of Pentacles? What's really behind the Two of Pentacles? The Eight of Swords. They feel trapped. Okay. They feel trapped. Now, this card, you see how she's here? She's not got any binds there, but in the mirror she's all bound and everything. She thinks that she's bound up. She's not free here. But she is. So this is all a lot of mind stuff going on here with the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords. It's like, I can't do this. All of me, I'm trapped. All of this. So someone is believing in their anxiety and their the roller coaster that they're on in their mind. It's affecting them. It's slowing down the progress because they feel trapped. I can't do it. I'm walking away. My plan's to walk away, but I can't do it. They keep on slipping up, you know. Okay. So, recent past energy. What's the recent past energy for flowers? Recent past energy. King of Swords. So super, super clear. This is your person, by the way. They were so super clear. They had clarity. What was your recent past? Lovers. So yeah, a lot of clarity again. So your choice, you were choosing, you're going, no, this is it. This is the one that I want. So a lot of clarity there in both you and them. You're both on the same page here. And you're both having a rocky ride of it here. Being certain about what the other's doing. I'm getting that things are being held back as well, which doesn't help. It doesn't help that the communication isn't there. But when people are uncertain, they don't communicate. You only communicate once you're certain about something, and while you're on the roller coaster, you're not certain about it. So yes, it would help if they communicated, but it would help if you communicated with them too. Why can't you communicate? Because you're not sure of it yet until this has happened, right? Same thing. They're not sure of it yet until they've walked away too. So there's lots of not counting your chickens before they hatch going on here. Or to put it another way, letting the process unfold, letting the process unfold, let it all unfold. What's coming in the near future for flowers? What have they got coming in the near future? Seven of Pentacles, tending to the environment. It's waiting. It's more waiting. And Nine of Swords, more anxiety. So it's more of the same, really, is what you've got coming in here. But there's tending to in the environment, so things are still going on. Like the plan is what is happening. It might be happening slowly, though. They're still taking action, but you've got more anxiety, you've got more stress and all of that because of it. So there's part of you that just wants it to happen now, right? Because this waiting game is tricky, and the Seven of Pentacles is the waiting game. You plant those seeds and then you've got to wait for it to grow. There's no hurrying it up. You can't hurry it up. Okay, so what is this reading also about? The love is between you. You've got a plan. Someone's walking away. It's about this new start, which is your truth. What is your truth at the moment? And what is their truth at the moment? Is it this clarity that I got out at first, or is it all of this? Look how you've got clarity here in the past. We've got clarity here in the middle of the reading. And then all of this is like, oh, but I'm on this roller coaster. I'm not sure. And it's all up in the air. And are they really doing it? And how do they feel about me? Oh, they love me. No, they don't love me. No, I don't believe that they love me. And I'm making it all up. And all of this is around it here. And so you've got a new start here that's coming from what you're thinking. Well, what are you thinking? Well, it's all over the place at the moment. There's a need here to get on track and get focused on what it is that you want, and then get certain of that. They're following a plan here to leave, but then they feel trapped, and then it's all up in the air, you know? I feel like you're doing the same thing too. You're probably not realizing it because to you it seems like there's nothing for you to walk away from, but you've both got exactly the same thing to walk away from, and that is that roller coaster. That is that not being clear on your choice and continuing to head in that direction. It's not being sure, yeah, and that comes from within. That's in your mind. So you want this new start. Well, claim this new start then, and be certain about it and head in that direction no matter what. Isn't that what you want from your person? Yeah, you want them to have that clear direction. No, I'm doing this, I am doing this. Well, get yourself in that energy now. Like, I am 100% on this person. Yes, I'm going for this. And then keep like that and remind yourself, have reminders all over the place, and try and keep yourself in that energy instead of letting yourself go on that roller coaster of being unsure and all of that. What else? What are your fears? Flowers, what are your fears? Thankfully, we've got a lot of the fearful cards out already, but there's a few more gnarly ones in there that could come out right now. What are your fears? Holding your energy back. And communication. You're fearing the communication. Wow. So, yeah, holding your energy back. You're fearful of holding your energy back. So you're like, should I be making a move forward? Should it be me that's saying something? Should it be me that is instigating this, making a move toward them? Should I be asking them? Have I said enough to them? Have I shown them enough green lights and all of that kind of thing? So you're worried about that, holding your energy back too much. You're also worried about the communication happening. So when it actually happens, when they communicate, you're worried about that. You're worried about what they're going to say. So if they were to call you up or send you a message saying, hey, Flowers, I really need to talk to you, you'd be like, ah! Running around the house, screaming, messaging your friends, going, oh my God. And you'd be scared, like they're going to say, like, I never want to see you again or something like that. Why? Because you don't have this clarity at the moment, that's why. If you had the clarity and you didn't have this fear, so if you weren't on that roller coaster, you wouldn't have a fear of the communication, right? But when you're on the roller coaster, you're fearing communication because of this stuff. Because it's like, oh God, I'm making it all up, and they want to talk to me because they want to say, would you get off my back? You're making this all up. You're like a crazy stalker, right? If you're only fearing it because you're on that roller coaster, because you go through those fearful thoughts. So it is very much about you getting clear that you want this person and then being positive, one-minded toward it. What are your hopes? What are your hopes, Flowers? On your good days, you'll be hoping for communication, but on your bad days, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, perhaps Sundays too, you'll be fearful of it. Six of Pentacles, you're wanting reciprocation here. You want someone that's on your level, someone that can give within a relationship, someone that will love you as well as you loving them. Oh, interesting. Temperance. So yeah, you are kind of hoping for this equilibrium, for balance, for you to feel balanced. So you don't want to be on this roller coaster anymore. I get it. Yeah, you're hoping for that, just to feel sure, to feel healed, to feel balanced, feel for that equilibrium. Not so much for the waiting, but for the equilibrium. So a lot of equals kind of cards here. You want equality, you want your true partner, right? So let's get some outcome cards out for you. I'll be revealing these outcome cards in the deeper dive read, along with getting cards out from those decks at the back as well to give you more clarity on all of this, give you a bit of guidance, your way forward, how, let's get you some help in that, being that single-minded kind of thing, so that you're not putting yourself through it. Oh, nice. I like that. There's 2 cards for your outcome. I'm going to get a few. They weren't the right cards. I can feel it. 1, 2. Outcome cards for Flowers. What is the outcome of this reading? For Flowers, what's the outcome for Flowers? Oh, wow. Ah. Wow, okay. Okay. Right, so you have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 outcome cards there. Quite surprising to me, the progression of that, but hey, who am I to argue with the guides? So if you're interested in finding out what these are, I'll get more cards out for your guidance. If this is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive. I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive the email. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that flower on a device where you can open PDFs. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then just try it on a different device and it will. So there you go. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment. Click on that subscribe button as well, flowers. It really helps me out when you do that stuff. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell along with the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Shells, let's give you a full Celtic cross spread for your love life. See what's going on for you guys. Now, as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that this is your story or could be a story, you might want to get that. In that, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic cross spread. I will also be getting cards out from these decks out back here on my shelves to give you further clarity and some guidance and all of that. I'll be getting a timing card out as well. And so if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into it. What is this reading about? Well, it's about reciprocation. It's about someone that's at your level, someone that can give as much as you give in relationships, someone that loves as well as you love, someone who is invested as much as you're invested into relationships, someone that has plenty to give as you do in relationships. It's about reciprocation. It's about someone who wants to do that as well, wants to invest and wants to do that with you, someone that's choosing you as much as you're choosing them. It's reciprocation. It's when you're both on the same page. That's what the reading is all about for your love life. So, what's hindering you in this? Ace of Materials. How interesting. Ace of Materials is a card of a seed being planted that's going to grow into something really big. Now, Ace of Pentacles is the start of something really big. I'm just getting this, it's what's crossing you, right? And so I'm just getting this material kind of a focus from it because it's a materials card. It's a Pentacles card. I'm getting that it could be overly focused on Pentacles, on the material world, about relationships, which is hindering you here. So this might be about the money, it might be about the prestige, it might be about the house, it might be about the career. It's about the stuff around relationships rather than the relation itself. So you might be waiting for something bigger and better to come along, or for someone to come in with like a big offer with a house or with money or something like that. Because it's the Six of Materials here, the reciprocation, I think we're talking here like you've planted seeds in your life, certain success seeds and all of that, and you want someone who's not just available to you to reciprocate with the love, with the investment into the relationship, but you want someone that's got like a similar amount of success to you, or they've planted similar seeds to you of success, or they have got like in a similar pay bracket to you, or something like that. It's hindering you this. A focus on the material stuff around it is hindering you. So some of you might not be focused so much on, I'm not saying that stuff isn't important, because it's kind of is important for us to be equally yoked and stuff like that, but you might have taken your eye off what is truly important. In other words, you might be focused on, yes, I want someone at my level, I want someone who's going to be a partner, and you might have written down your list of what you want in someone, and it might, if you look at that list, it might be overly material, is what I'm saying, rather than realizing the other things that I said when I first got this card out. And I said someone that can love as much as you, someone that will invest in a relationship as much as you, send as many text messages as you, that kind of thing. The relationship stuff, you might want to think more on the relationship stuff than the other stuff that appears to make a relationship equal, is what I'm saying. Now, some of you might have experienced, you see, you might be focused on the material stuff more because you experienced the opposite of that. So some of you might have got into a relationship, say, with someone that had much less success than you or much less money than you, and then it turned into like a mother-child relationship kind of a dynamic, and you've realized that and you're like, well, I can't have that again. Yeah, well, don't have that again for sure. You need to have some, knowing of what causes imbalances and all of that, but don't do the opposite and focus too much on this. Do you know what I mean? Then don't do it the other way around and then go for someone so that you're the imbalanced one, so that you're the one with much less money and much less, because you're just going to experience the same thing again, but from the other side of it. So there's just something going on there. I know that I did that before. I was in a relationship where I was like the one earning all the money, and it was okay at first, but then it was like, yeah, the power dynamics changed. Then I decided, no, I need to be like with someone that's more successful than me. And then I just went like the opposite extreme, and it was ridiculous. And then I saw it from my ex's point of view of what it was like to be the one in the relationship that didn't have the money, and all of that pressure and the guilt and all of that stuff. And I got to experience his side of it because I was with someone that was way more successful than me, and that wasn't good either. And so you guys, you might just be on that kind of a trajectory, so just be careful of that. Because sometimes we think, oh, if I just get with someone that's much more successful than me, then it'll be all right. But no, those power dynamics are not good. So how do things appear on the face of it? Six of Voices, like the universe is helping you through obstacles. So you are getting better at discerning what it is that you want. And the universe is helping you notice like how imbalanced you've been and how you don't want that anymore. And so you're getting there. You are getting there. And the universe is helping you out. So you're getting the right lessons and the right challenges in relationships to figure this stuff out. But there's a definite thing about the material stuff here. An over focus on it, or you've got the wrong end of the stick and you're thinking that another extreme will be good for you, and it won't. I'm telling you, it won't. Equally yoked is best, reciprocal in every aspect. Or as close as, Page of Voices. Someone is watching. This is what's really behind that. Someone has got their focus on you as the happily ever after, and they're making a move towards you, right? So it is happening at the moment. This reciprocal person is coming towards you at the moment. Ah, okay. It is happening. Right. So they've got their eye on you, they're keeping their eye on you, they know you're there happily ever after, and they're making a move. There is movement happening there. Now, okay, so it might not be you that's focused on this then, the Ace of Materials, it might be them. Movement happening, so it could be them. Let me try and explain this, because this is complicated energy. You might have realized what you deserve, what your self-worth is, and what you deserve in a relationship, and can be holding a certain vibration like, I deserve success and abundance and someone that loves me and all of that, right? So you're holding a certain vibration, holding your head high, and you're manifesting love and abundance and all those things. Your person's looking at you, feeling your energy, knowing you're the happily ever after, making moves towards you, wanting to come in with reciprocation. But they could be holding themselves back because of this focus on the material. So they could be looking at your energy going, wow, Shell's super abundant. I need to be super abundant before I can approach Shell's to be on a par, right? But I'm getting here that they're looking at your energy. Your energy might be abundant energy. What am I trying to say here? As you're getting into abundance, because you are abundance and you've got that flow of it, it's not necessarily about a cash amount or how much you're earning or whatever. It's just a vibe of abundance. Now, everyone presumes that you've got plenty of money in the bank because you've got an abundant energy. And it's not what abundance means. Abundance means that you are just manifesting everything that you want whenever you want it, right? So you're not necessarily got a heap of money in the bank, but you get whatever you want because it's all coming to you at the right time, right? So you're in the flow. So you're giving this abundance vibe out. Your person might be reading that wrong, and they might not be fully in abundance yet, is what I'm getting. And although they'll reciprocate with the things that are important, they might not be in the abundance vibe yet, and they're looking at you going, wow, Shells is abundance, they must have plenty of money in the bank, I need to be abundant too. So I feel like your person might be holding themselves back while they're trying to get the money together, thinking that to be on a par with you, that they know that they need to do, they need to be reciprocal, that they need money behind them to do that, which isn't necessarily true. I think that you have stepped into abundance before them. I'm not thinking that you've got someone that's in poverty or anything like that, although they could be on a financial downturn or something. But I don't think they've fully stepped into abundance where it's free flowing yet for them. Perhaps it is for you. Maybe you've just stepped into that, but there is a little bit of a sticky point here, and it's about the money and the material stuff. So what's the recent past energy between you guys? So pretty much you got someone looking up to you here is what it feels like. It could be the other way around too, but I don't think it is. I think it's the way around I just said. What's your recent past energy? Queen of Emotions. So there you were in the heart. You just wanted them to love you. You kind of woke up your heart kind of thing, wanting someone to come in and love you, right? So your focus was off the abundance and it was on to love. So perhaps you, in a recent phase of your life, you were focused on the abundance, you woke into that. It's what it feels like to me. You got the abundance flowing. It's like, now I'd really like to experience love. I'm open and receptive to love. I've woken up abundance in me. Now I want love, right? And so what have you done? You've attracted someone that is waking up to abundance and then waking up to love, is what I feel. Or perhaps someone that's woken up to love before they're waking up to abundance. Something like that. What's coming in the near future? Eight of Emotions and the Hermit. So someone has got to walk away from something, leave something behind, and follow their own path, kind of thing. Be independent. So is that you? Is that them? Feels like them to me. It feels like your person might be struggling. That might be a bit too strong a word for it. Just might have issues about abundance at the moment. Not really struggling. I'm not getting it as a struggle. I'm just getting that they're wanting to step up in that direction at the moment. An issue, could call it an issue. It's their focus at the moment is abundance. And it feels to me like that they need to walk away from something on their own path. So this could be like they need to start up their own business, or they need to walk away from a job and work somewhere else, or they need to stop something that they've been doing in the business and lead it in a new way. It's something like that. There's something that's going on with your person and their abundance, or this is you. I'm not sure which. I don't know which way around it is. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. But there's a definite one person is leading the way in abundance here. The other person's looking on. You both know that this needs to be a reciprocal relationship, and they're both trying to get your head around how the abundance thing is going to work, and how can I be a match to my person with respect to the abundance. So I think you've both been with people in the past that haven't been an abundance match to you, and you both know better now, and you both want to be a match in that respect. Universe is helping you out in this, so that's good, right? Because you're going to make each other happy in other ways, in the heart direction and all of that. So this is all about reciprocity, this reading, and trying to figure it out, how to make this a reciprocal relationship, so that you don't have those same issues and problems that you've had in unreciprocal relationships before. What else is this reading about? Two of Materials. Balance. So it can be balanced. Yes. So it can be balanced. Finding that balance. Finding the balance within before you come together. And when do we feel balanced? When can we say that we're at that point where we feel balanced? Do you know what I mean? So someone's trying to find a balance here. I think they're trying to step up towards you, sort the money out, or get some kind of independence is what it feels like. Walking their own path with their money, so in charge of their own money again, or something like that, or into abundance, so it's theirs and that they can grow instead of it being held back by someone else, is what it feels like. Or tied up with something else or someone else. Someone wants to get on their own path with money here. Always feels better. I mean, like, I I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years now. What am I? 21 years I've been an entrepreneur. What are your fears? Ace of Voices. It's like someone finding out the truth. There's a bit of, what's that called? Imposter syndrome I'm feeling with this card. Like someone finding out the truth. I don't know. Ace of Voices is about a truthful new start. About revealing your truth. You might not want to reveal your truth to your person. They come in. They might come in with a lot more money than you, even though you've got this abundant vibe. Because abundance, you see the difference. You know the difference between abundance and money? They tend to go together, but not necessarily. Like, you can feel totally abundant and have like everything that you want in every moment and never have to curtail yourself at all and not even have to think about money because you're abundant. But it doesn't mean that you've got a pot of money in the bank. You could do, you might not. And it doesn't really matter in the moment because it's all flowing anyway and you can trust in it, you know? So it's a very different feeling. It's like being lucky, right? When you're in alignment with the universe and you entrust everything, you entrust yourself, you can take risks in things. You could even get your money down to zero, but you trust and the abundance is there for you all the time. And not money, whatever it is, the people will be there or whatever. You can just step forward knowing that the universe is backing you up, and that's abundance, right? So you can take all kinds of risks. The other people that aren't in abundance and that are fearful and all of that, they'd never get to themselves at that point. They'd think like, oh no, I've got no money in the bank that I can't do anything. They'd stop themselves from doing anything. Whereas you could be in abundance and just striding forward. But then we talk about relationships and we let someone else in and they might not get that. Like my ex didn't get that at all. Didn't get my abundance at all. It's like, I don't know how you're living like this. It's like, well, I'm in the flow. And he was like, what does that even mean? And I tried to explain to him. It's like, that makes no sense. No, you need the money in the bank. It's like, well, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. It's like, that's super stressful. I'm like, only to you. It's not to me. The universe is backing me up. The force is with me. And you'd be like, whatever, Claire. That's what I'm getting from this, is a fear of explaining yourself or a fear of the truth coming out. The fear that the way that you are around abundance isn't, and I think you're aware that it's not exactly how other people view abundance. The fear of getting caught out. This is like, you might do abundance very differently as well to other people around you, or say perhaps your parents. You might be freaking other people out and you're kind of scared to get into a relationship because when you have to reveal your truth to them of how you live, you know it's going to stress someone else out. Like, I'm not saying you're living paycheck to paycheck or anything like that. It might not be that. It still might stress people out because some people like, you know, fix stuff and are used to that fixed stuff. Anyway. It's a kind of an imposter syndrome, but it's more of a, how can I be myself and also explain myself in a logical way to someone coming into a relationship with me without freaking them out and putting their mind to rest. And I think you've got your person looking at you here going, oh, well, they must have so much money and I need to earn much more money and come in with a lot of money because they've got that. Not realizing that it's just different. It's that you go with the flow. So there's something about explaining yourself here or being found out. Muse of Materials, this is the King of Pentacles. You kind of, it's the same thing. This is the stability in the material stuff. This is the other person, the King. It's, so you've got a fear of them being fixed in that. Perhaps you're an entrepreneur, it goes with the flow, you take risks and all of that. You're assured of the abundance coming in, the universe is on your side. Perhaps your person is a job person and they have a steady income and you don't know how these worlds will fit in. It could be that. Because the Muse of Materials is very solid, you know? Stable energy, especially around the material stuff. Perhaps you're more maverick, you know, kind of magician with your money and all of that stuff. What are your hopes? Were you hoping to build something big with them? No, that could be why these fears are coming up about materials. All materials. It's all materials, this relationship. Wow. I'm not saying that the love isn't there. You've got the 10 of emotions there, of course. You're going to make each other happy as well. The love's there. But there is a definite focus on material stuff in this relationship. So both of you have got a drive to build big things, make big things for yourself. Perhaps you like to live in luxury. The money's important to you. Well, good on you. You want to build something together as well. Good. So you want the happily ever after with the material stuff too. So you've been in relationships where the heart stuff has been there, but you've not been on the same page materially. I get it. And now you want it all, right? Now you want it all. You want someone that you can build with too. So you've probably experienced those relationships too, like I have, where you're building stuff and the other person's just kind of a passenger, and it ends up like mum-son kind of relationship, rather than an equal partnership. Because it's not all about love. There's other stuff too. It's got to be a balance of everything, right? What else are you hoping for? Well, you're hoping to fall in love. You're hoping for this new start in love. And page of emotions. Your dreams coming true. So you've had a lot of ideas around this. These are beautiful. 10 of materials, ace of emotions, page of emotions. You want like your fantasies to come true. And you want it to be way more than just love and being happy with each other. You want to build something together, your empire together. You guys could be twin flames as well, because there's a lot of you wanting, like you're both wanting something new here, like a new experience. Yeah, it could be talking about emperor and empress here building their empires together. Well, let's get your outcome cards out. I'll be revealing these outcome cards in the deeper dive, so if you're interested in that, you want to get that deeper dive to find out what these are. But let's get some out first. I'm going to get a progression out so that we've got a story for your outcome. What's the outcome? What's the outcome for Charles here? I think you guys are doing something in approaching things in a new way. Whoa, that's a good start. Charles, I think you guys are approaching something in a very good way here. Wanting to have a different style of relationship. I think you guys are being very deliberate about what it is that you want in relationships now. You want it to be better than ever. You want it to be better than anyone's relationships that are around you. Certainly is what I'm feeling. And you're like, no, love isn't enough. I want the love, and I want to build something together. I want to manifest things. And I want to, I want someone that I can reach my potential with, and for us to like shine together and have a great life. You've got big dreams, yes. Page of emotions, you've got big dreams for this one. Well, good on you both for doing that, taking relationships to the next level, which is what makes me feel like it's a twin flame relationship. Because my guys don't tell me all the dysfunctional stuff that twin flame teachers are talking about out there. Let's just get one more. No, they say like twin flames are the ones that Emperor or Empress are already very high vibration, sorting stuff out in their lives kind of thing. And yeah, not those dysfunctional relationships, but like this, wanting to build something new, wanting to experience a whole new level of relationship. You've got some amazing cards here. 6 outcome cards, tell quite the progression. Quite the progression there. So if you want to find out what they are, and I'll be getting cards out from all of these decks as well for further clarity, getting the timing card out for you, guidance and all of that. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. Our deeper dive. There's a link for that in the description box and in the comments below as well. Just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you won't receive it. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and the shell. Click on that shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then try it on a different device, and it should. So, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell as well. And so, if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly.